Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards, where we love to help improve your home and improve your life. I'm Cindy Dole.
I'm Eric Stromer.
And we were just talking about how the fresh produce that you get in the store, it's so tempting. You go in there or you pluck it from your garden and you go, oh, it's so great. You had your salad and now there's leftovers. And you put it in the refrigerator and then a day or so goes by and you wonder, well, why is it not lasting longer? And it might be because of the quality of your refrigerator, but it also might be some really basic things that you're doing wrong that could be changed so that you have food that lasts longer and you're not wasting money.
Yeah. This is my pet peeve. You know, I buy stuff either because I have a family of 5. I'll go to the big box store and get a bunch of stuff in huge amounts. And then it just doesn't get eaten either because there's too much of it or you don't have space in the fridge or it goes bad on you because it's been sitting there too long. And a lot of times it's probably because I just don't see it. You know, it gets buried behind all the milk.
Those are totally a couple of the main reasons. So let's talk about some of the things. I mean, first of all, let's talk about out of mind, out of sight, out of mind, right? So when you look at your refrigerator, is it kind of packed to the gills?
Packed to the gills. Mm-hmm. And I have one of those low-profile counter-depth refrigerators, which in theory is great for design, but still to this day, I don't think they're deep enough. I like them when they're deeper and wider because you can get more in them. Mm-hmm.
So are there things in your refrigerator that don't need to be in the refrigerator?
You know, they're yes. The answer is yes. Like I recently found some jars that I looked like they could have been from a pirate ship that I found at the bottom of the ocean. You know what I mean? So like the lids, you finally look at it and you go, what is this? And then you don't even know what it is. That's how long it's been in there. Mm-hmm. You know, and I try. We do the best we can, but man, you sometimes
you know what it is. It's going to the Costco's.
Yeah,
I agree. You
agree.
go there, you load up, and then now you supersize your refrigerator.
Yeah.
So now you have so much stuff, you forget what you have, and then it goes to waste sometimes.
Right.
Well, here's something that I've tried in our refrigerator, and it basically is a way to absorb the ethylene, which is emitted by most fruits and veggies, and you can buy these little devices. One is called the Ethylene Gas Guardian. And you can get them online, or you can buy them. Have you seen these?
I have not.
These little, tubs, and they sit in the back. Well, of course, you probably have tried the baking soda. Putting the baking soda, the box of
3 boxes are in there right now.
And that's going to basically keep the odors to a minimum, right? That's going to help. But that's not going to necessarily help keep your fruit and veggies living longer.
No. So this thing actually...
It
absorbs ethylene.
Yeah, it absorbs. And
ethylene is the gas that makes these vegetables and fruits go bad.
Rot, basically.
Really?
Yeah. And so some certain types of produce are really sensitive to this ripening agent. I mean, we say rot. It makes it better for us to eat, then eventually it keeps making it so good that we go, ugh, And so the solution is to separate certain foods, right? And but also if you get one of these little devices, you can put
Where do you find one of those things?
Online.
Okay.
And this is called the Ethylene Gas Guardian is that particular device.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'll look into it.
Yeah, I think and there's other kinds that basically control what's happening biology-wise in the air inside your refrigerator.
Well, again, not to dwell on my pond.
Oh.
But it's creating a favorable environment for life. Right?
Right. You also want to educate yourself about the life of your grocery items if you have been, buying your fruits and veggies from the store. You want to basically go online and find out which grocery stores are loading their fruits and veggies, when are their days, to bring the new stuff in. And then kind of make without an expiration date, you can kind of create your own little expiration date on a Ziploc bag on when you bought the fruits and veggies.
Well, see, that's a great idea. That really, because you never know. I mean, short of labeling every individual thing with a Sharpie.
Oh, no.
Like drawing on your carrots, it's a great idea to cut them up, put them in a bag, write on the bag, and have the bag in the fridge. Yeah. I would not have thought of that, and thank you. I would not have. Thank you for that.
You know who does? Who's the genius is Trader Joe's. When you buy their eggs, they have stamped the date the expiration, the freshness date, I should say, on each and every egg. And I love that.
That's a great idea.
Because the egg carton, even though sometimes they do and sometimes they don't, different stores, it gets faded out or gets wet and it wears out. You can't see it. And here it is like, oh my gosh, it says, what is it? Is it Christmas? What was that?
No, and then I'll move eggs around within the refrigerator to make room sometimes. And I have a few that I keep up in what should be the butter holder area, but I put some eggs in there occasionally. Mm-hmm. I have no idea how long they've been there sometimes. So I'm going to go for the dates on the eggs thing.
Do that.
I might draw little faces on them too. Little happy friends.
Why not? Make yourself, feel a little more cheerful. Yeah. If you're thinking about why your fruit bowl also looks like a 6th grade project, because of, again, the way that certain fruits and veggies ripen, you want to, again, keep the ethylene-sensitive fruits and vegetables separate from the varieties that emit the gas. So here's some, just for instance, FYI, I know you love avocados. And the avocado, you want it to ripen, but you got to watch out because avocados, bananas, cantaloupe, kiwi, nectarines, pears, even plums and tomatoes, those all emit those gases. And so you want to kind of keep them separate and be careful because if they're all in a bowl, for instance.
Right, like a fruit salad, for example. So that's a bad idea to preserve fruit.
That is a rotting salad.
Oh, so keep them all separate and then mix them right when you're going to have a fruit salad.
Yeah. So that's just a little tip,
It's a great idea,
too. We want to keep your fruit and veggies.
I've been making for the lovely Mrs. Stromer delicious fruit salads with our lunches.
Great.
Yeah, I'll do little blueberries and raspberries and all that good stuff. And I actually try this someday. Cooked yam or sweet potato with lime squirted on it around that fruit, creating, if you will, a tiny little bowl of produce.
Nice.
Which I call my fruit salad. Yeah,
very nice.
Thank you.
Little extra bonus tip.
I think I'm coming alive when it comes to the kitchen lately. I don't know what's going on.
Now, here's something that we do to keep our bread living or fresh longer. Put it in the fridge or the freezer. Where do you keep your bread?
I keep one on the counter, one in the freezer.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you might want to...
But I still, to this day, I'm not crazy about bread coming out of the freezer because you've got only one choice. That's the toaster.
How about your herbs? Here's something that, Oprah says it's one of her favorite things, so it's got to be good. It's called the Herb Saver, and it's from Prepara, and it basically is this little container or a gadget that keeps the roots of your herbs slightly submerged under water, like cilantro, things like that. Have you ever bought cilantro?
I just bought it 2 days ago.
And sometimes it'll get mushy. I mean, it's very sensitive in the refrigerator. It can't be too cold.
Yeah.
And then you put it like in a little vase of water, and you put it in the kitchen countertop, and sometimes that doesn't work, and so it's very sensitive.
I rarely store it. I'll use it immediately. And you know what I do? I cut it with scissors.
That's a good one.
I have kitchen shears that I use,
and
it's so much easier to cut that way.
You might want to consider a sealer, too. You get those little nifty sealers for about $10 to reseal your packaged goods. Have you seen those before? A lot of times you'll see them at home shows.
I have seen them, and I always, you know how I'm a sucker for buying all that stuff, and I've been so close to buying that.
Well, it's almost like it's airtight, and it keeps the air from escaping, and it's more convenient than sometimes pouring your food into one of those plastic containers.
Sure.
So.
No, what do you think about that sealer, that food sealer thing?
I don't know.
Here's the problem I have with it. I think you'd run out of bags, and then you'd never order new ones, and then it would just be sitting there in the.
Or you have all these bags in the garage, and now you're that's a whole new side business.
Oh man!
How about something else I think is really important? When you go to the grocery store, you're tempted to buy the pre-cut fruits and the bags.
They just don't taste the same, do they?
Well, but they even though it saves you time, they spoil faster. They tend to. Certain ones, like I bought the pre-cut apples, and it seems that they've infused some kind of a thing.
Some preservative.
To keep it a little crisp.
And baby carrots are just carrots cut and then tumbled and made to look rounded on the edges.
Oh.
And they're really not baby carrots. They're just carrots that are cut small.
Oh, that's kind of depressing.
I know it is. I don't want to rain on your parade. There's really no Easter bunny. No, I'm not going to rain.
Oh. Well, but get back to the refrigerator. Do make the fresh produce your stars. Make sure that they're the ones that are closest. Give them the front row seating. If you could.
Good idea. And organic stuff that I'm having delivered, it goes so much faster.
It totally
does. It does not last, which is good, obviously, because it's fresh. But it's bad because then the stuff you buy that lasts forever.
And so if you're buying from a farmer's market, you got to be really smart who you're buying from.
That's right.
And so you're having them delivered. Do you know they have the dates and the information?
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Well, when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about great ways to improve your home and improve your life. It's that time where you might be thinking about having a wedding at your home or in your backyard.
I love weddings. I really do.
Well,
I've had 2 of them.
It can be stressful, but imagine all of a sudden now you've got to change your house because company's coming big time. Home Wizards, Eric Strover, Cindy Dole. The fun continues as we continue. Now, I hope that you don't live in a hideous house. I'm sure that you don't, but there are people, unfortunately, that, well, they need a little help, and leave it to Eric Stromer and a team of folks that are going to, well, kind of come to the rescue.
That's right. Hideous Houses premieres July 7th
it's a
on
TV show.
Annie. Yep, and it's at 12 o'clock in the afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my brother, myself, and a designer, and we will go and address and attack and transform the hideous houses, taking what is a sow's ear and creating what? A silk purse, that's right. Using all my experience, 25 years as a contractor, to rapidly, in 4 days, for $20,000, transform these homes. And amazing personalities, great design ideas come to fruition. Wait till you see it.
I mean, what makes his homes hideous is that they have, what was the one? She's a doll collector? She's got dolls everywhere?
We had doll collectors. We had alligator hunters. We had folks.
See it to believe it.
Wait till you see all the great
When's
stuff.
it premiere? The date?
July 7th.
Okay.
That's right.